Live from Great Falls, this is News Channel 5, The Weekend Report.
Good evening, I'm Rachael Ruble. At the top of the news, President Clinton is using this last weekend before Tuesday's midterm elections to rally traditional Democrats. This afternoon, he delivered a get out and vote message at a predominantly black Baptist church in Baltimore. As Rachael Ruble reports, it follows an appeal to Jewish voters in Florida on Thursday and senior citizens in New York on Friday.
President Clinton showed that when the days dwindle down in a tough election, old slights get put aside. Sunday, he went to this Baptist church in Baltimore to get out the vote and get Democrats. Even Maryland Governor Paris Glendening, who had earlier avoided appearing with Mr. Clinton, elected.
Tuesday, there is no Caesar. Your vote counts as much as mine, counts as much as Speaker Gingrich. It does. It counts as much as anybody. It counts as much as people who can contribute vast fortunes to campaigns. Tuesday, everything gets evened up again if you show up.
With registered Democrats outnumbering Republicans, large turnouts usually benefit Democrats. But one key Republican predicts that won't happen.
The economy is good and the voters are content. And the one thing we know about turnout is that content voters don't vote.
That's the high road to the ballot box. The other road goes like this. A charge Republicans plan to intimidate voters by videotaping them at targeted polling places.
Across the country, we are getting reports, still very spotty and sporadic, of Republican efforts, in fact, to try to scare African-American voters.
On the other side, TV ads exploiting the Monica Lewinsky affair, charges and countercharges.
We can't send the message that the president can do the things he did, most namely perjury, potentially, lying under oath, and say we can sweep it under the rug.
This election will decide whether or not in the next 2 years we're going to have more and more investigation, more and more impeachment, or whether we're going to deal with health care, education, and Social Security.
One senior Republican is turned off by the whole thing.
That's a sad commentary on politics because it's gone from issues to criticism and negativism, which I think's not a good thing.
It's a safe bet that more charges and countercharges will fly between now and Tuesday's election. There's an event here at the Rose Garden Monday, and no doubt Mr. Clinton will be continuing his call to voters to give him a Congress that will pass his programs. Rachael Ruble, CNN, the White House.
A spinoff of Pennsylvania Power and Light is reportedly the leader in negotiations to buy 17 power plants from Montana Power Company. Anonymous sources say the company is in the final stages of negotiating an agreement to buy the power plants. The price could be up to $1.2 billion. Montana Power announced last December that it intended to sell 12 hydroelectric plants and